Yes, it is time. It's time to make a Wii U, apparently. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm feeling a little better. Actually, my stomach was not feeling well earlier, but nothing to do with the, nothing to do with me being having a cold last week. Hello, I'm kind of mildly terrified of tonight. Not actually finishing the mod, but then reassembling the Wii. Hopefully, the audio streams. What? Oh, never mind. YouTube always yells at me because I have my mic off when I'm in that stream starting soon thing, and it says, "Hey, something with your audio is not right." I'm like, "Yeah, because there's no audio." Yeah, so the actual finishing of the thing, the AVE-HDMI should be not bad, but then it'll just be a matter of putting it back together. Now, I think the proper thing to do after we finish the mod is to continuity test between the AVE chip and the FPGA on the AVE-HDMI. So maybe we could do that, or we could just YOLO it and just put it back together. It will be fine. Lots of arrows to indicate. Well, it's not necessarily the arrows. It's like the types of screws, because there's multiple silver ones and they're sort of similar size. But maybe I got a red Wii. Oh, wow! Leon's on it. Leon is doing a AVE-HDMI. He's gonna race me to the end. Okay, that's good. I appreciate it. I was looking. There's actually a couple of well, I shouldn't say normally, because usually consoles are pretty straightforward to disassemble, like older consoles, except for the Model 1 Sega Genesis. That bastard has so many screws, and I have a little pile of screws still. I didn't put my Model 1 back together all the way after I did the Mega Switch HD, and I have like 8 screws, and I'm not sure where they all go. So that's another. I got a measuring tool. Yeah, I have calipers. Fair enough. Okay, let's just dive right into it. Hopefully, all the cameras are behaving tonight. Hopefully. I don't want to sign into. I guess I should sign into Discord. Hold on, I gotta bring up the comments. Then I gotta sign into Discord, just in case someone wants to communicate. Hold on. Hold that thought. Click this. Then we click this. Then we click. Where's the login thing? This. Devices. Log on the QR code. Okay. Yeah, how? Oh, scan QR code. There we go. Nice. Okay, nice. All right, so we're in there. We got our comments. Pinned chat. Got it. Whatever that means. All right, so I figured what we could try to do. Well, by the way, I finished OpenFlops. I finished assembling this OpenFlops from the last stream, and it works pretty well. This is kind of beside the point, not related to the Wii, but I had some minor issues flashing the microcontroller. This is the ST, whatever. It's too small to read right now, but the ST whatever microcontroller. I had to get this little programmer thing, and anyways, it works. But the minor improvement over the normal Gotek is it has this speaker that like kind of emulates floppy sound seeking and things. So it's kind of cool. I've been working on, I don't know, I've been trying to improve my 3D printed shell, but I'm still learning. Let's see, I kind of botched this thing snapped when I was putting it together, so too thin there. Okay, well, here's the Wii. It's not, nothing is assembled yet. I just have the clear, I'm going to be putting it in this clear shell. It looks kind of cool. The bottom looks kind of neat because you can see the mod and everything. So that's kind of cool. But we'll get to that. We still need to go do some stuff on the bottom. I figured that I could also show you guys on the scope what I had done the first night that we did this. So let's put this under here. I really needed another Stream Deck. I think this should be working right. I gotta adjust a lot of things. Hold on a minute. It's not ideal. Gotta turn my overhead camera off, or light off. Is this gonna work? Oh, I think I remember having problems last time with output to my screen was not working or something. That's annoying. It's working here though, right? On the stream? Yeah, it's working on the stream, but not on my stupid thing. I gotta fix that. I don't know what is happening. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to see what I'm looking at. You guys will. So, oh, I can see it through the binocular port. So, yeah, this is what I was trying to show, or trying to do the first stream with those dots, the pads here. So I don't think that looks that bad. I kind of touched it up earlier today. So, hey, Obi-Wan. Oh, it's a little dark, eh? Oh, I gotta turn the light on, huh? There we go. It's a little better. So that's what I did. That's the part that I was, this is the part that would be assisted with a scope. So there you go, if you're curious what that looked like. But we don't need that right this second. What I'm going to do is we need to go back to the big camera. And we gotta solder over here. The other end of this thing. Tad dark. Yeah, sorry, I had to turn the light on. Gonna be a lot of that turning on and off of lights and stuff. Actually, these other studio lights here are bright enough where I don't really need my overhead light. So I'll just keep it on for now. Grinding Pal World. I'm kind of interested in Pal World, but the footage I've seen of that game is just, I don't know. It's just kind of sus, to be honest. But I mean, a lot of people seem to be having fun. So, yeah. Okay, so what we've got to do now is we need to solder. I think the only thing left to actually solder is this. This is not a micro. It's a mini HDMI port board thing. So this is the other end of the FFC, the flex cable connector. And it kind of goes up here, like that. Now, yeah. I mentioned last video that I kind of watched, in Voltar's video, he sort of explains an interesting way of lining this up, because this is the part that's going to stick through the case back here, and you need to modify the shell. You need to cut a hole in it. Kind of. Oh, well, it seems more difficult than it is. I don't think you actually need to punch a hole in the shell, because if we try to put the bottom case on, let's say in theory this was already correctly soldered. Actually, that's something I did not. I'm curious if I'm going to need to modify that part. Yeah, so I might need to cut a little. I might need to cut this little piece off. I think you guys can see that pretty okay. See how there's like a little foot that's kind of coming right down? That needs to get cut off. However, the actual case, let me see if I can. The actual hole doesn't interfere with the bottom shell, I don't think. Right, so really what you're doing is you're cutting a notch in the top part of the shell and not putting a hole in the case like the Dreamcast mod or whatever. So our Dreamcast HDMI mod. So it's kind of easy to actually cut the thing if you have a Dremel or something, which I'm not going to do now. Although, well, we'll see how it goes. I have a Dremel, but it might be a pain in the butt to do that now. But I guess what I'm trying to say is we need to line this up so that it's actually straight when it comes out the back of the console. And Voltar's method is sort of, it's interesting. Instead of like, measuring from the actual outside or something, you just kind of keep in mind that white box. You're not going to like get even with it, but you just want to make sure that the part is even with the line, the white line. So you can like have it kind of cockeyed or whatever. You don't want to do that. You just want to make it flat, or level, I mean. So that's sort of interesting. So let's get at least one of these things. Yes, foot all the way to the screw post. Foot all the way to the screw post. Foot. Oh, I see. So you mean cut that notch thing all the way to the screw post is what you're saying? I think that's what you mean. Okay, so let's get one of these. I think this is all we have left to do. I didn't really look it up. But I probably would suggest one of these small holes. We're going to just put solder in one of them. And also, it's worth noting that I don't think you need to clear any solder out of any of these out of any of these things here. The holes on the board are just wide enough where they don't, like, it seems to be pretty flat in there. I think like there's a GameCube mod, I think, right, or something that you have to do that. You have to actually remove all the solder before you do this. There's some mod out there that you have to do that. So let's just get it. I don't know if we need to actually like push it that way. Well, we're too early for that. Start by soldering the small holes. Yeah. So let's turn the iron on. That would probably help. Turn your soldering iron on. Step 1 of the mod. Okay. So now let's get some solder in one of these. And then we can do the camera thing, or not camera thing. Line the mod up with the white line. It's going to be kind of hard for me. I'm kind of going off of the camera, but that looks fine. I mean, I don't think it's not rocket surgery. But it looks pretty level here. So I think then we can just fill her up. GC Dual needs it. Yeah, that's right. Yep. It's been a long time since I did that. Actually, I probably shouldn't say anything. Never mind. I do have a GC Dual that I haven't put into a mod, into that Indigo GameCube that is kind of, I can't talk about it yet. Well, I can talk about the GameCube, but I just can't talk about what else may be going into it. I think this solder is lead free, I think. That's why, not what I'm soldering with, but the solder on the Wii. That's why it's doing that. See how it's like white? That's interesting how these two didn't do that, but those 6 did. All right, then we can just send it home here. Just fill her up. How do you actually do the continuity check on every single one of these that you do, Leon? Or once you just kind of YOLO it? Or is there a point where you can like partially put the Wii back together just to test the video and then go back if you only if you need to? I really don't want to do the oh, I did actually end up buying those probes Sorry for coughing in the microphone. Leon, you sent me those really thin probes a while ago. I just ordered them like a day ago. So, and what's interesting is the link that you sent me, Leon, was for the Canadian DigiKey, and it was cheaper. Well, actually, I don't know what the conversion rate is, but it was only $30, $35 or something. I should have bought them earlier. I was thinking that it was $50 US dollars, which is not that much more, but it, I hesitated at $50, but they were $30 or something. So I fully assembled. Okay, we fully assemble. Okay, fine. We'll fully assemble it too. So you can play that game. Well, not fully assembled. There will be a part where you don't need to put the top of the shell on to actually run the Wii, and then you can power it on. Okay, that's pretty much it for this. Now the last part, and I believe the blue side goes down, face down, I think. I remember seeing that on the, I think I remember seeing that on the website. So we just got to put the flex cable into the thingy. That is funny. Oh, wait, it's got to go on top of that? Yeah, like that. Or is it down? Let me look before I do that. Although Leon's probably going to tell me. But I don't want to rely on Leon for everything. Oh, it is blue side down. It looks like the website has changed. Maybe not. Oh no, Leon, you're not on the registered list of modders, recommended installers. How could you? Just kidding. Blue side always touches the port tongue. That's a new word. Oh, that's the port tongue, the black part. Interesting. Okay, so that's this part. Now, it's kind of got to go. It's got to go here, and it needs to avoid all these screw holes. But I think that we can kind of just barely make it past this one. Although I'm kind of concerned that it might be too long. Because if we look at the picture, I know this is a terrible. It's not necessarily at a right angle down here, the flex cable. So what I might do instead, well, I mean, I'm going to flatten them. The bottom lists, yeah. I mean, I understand that they're useful because, well, I don't know, man. Because it's always like, what's the best thing for the people that, want their stuff modded, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know how many people are out there that need mods done, and I don't know. I don't know. I'd be really curious. Actually, I'm gonna go onto this green guy if possible. Although I guess I could always go back. So before I'm gonna fold anything, let's just install the other side. Okay. All right, now maybe we can see what the situation could be if we do this. So I want to like hold it there, and then there. Yeah, it might be a little bit too long. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to make an exact. Although, I don't know if I want... Which way do I want to kitty corner it? I guess it doesn't really matter. All Ego Andes. Electron Shepherd insists that you send in a video of the install to go on the list so you can now be a registered installer. Oh, interesting. The more LOL the drama it causes. I don't know. I'm not going to... I guess this is fine, right? This is fine. Like, I'm only... I don't even know if it's... if it's worth even saying what I'm thinking. Okay, well, that wasn't the prettiest fold. You can't tell on the camera, but it kind of was just a derpy derp. I'm not super folding it, but okay. Yeah, all right, fine. And then this is what it'll look like when the case is on it. As long as we're dodging these screws, I think we're fine. The screw posts, I mean. Oh yeah, they give you way more room than you need. Okay, yeah. I think that's it for the install. So now it's just a matter of getting everything back together and tested. So I think the first thing that we need to do is to remove this leg. And like Leon said, I think we only need to remove the bottom one to the post, but you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to cut this whole leg off. So actually I have plastic nippers. I'm not going to use, these would probably work, but I have modeling, they're not necessarily sharper, but they leave a better cut. This is from back when I used to do Gunpla. So these are Tamiya. I don't know. They're kind of expensive too, like $20 or $30 or something. But they leave less of a whatever. What do they call it? There's a stupid word for leaving the white stress marks on the plastic after it's done. Wait, there's another thing to remove, huh? Get your X-Acto knife. What? You're cutting the bottom shelf next? The little posts. Okay, hold on. What the hell are you talking about? So I'm gonna put this back first. You gotta remove more than one thing. Okay, let's read. Get your X-Acto knife. You're cutting the bottom shelf next. You mean shell? I think maybe it was a typo. The little post to the left of the groove you're cutting also has to go. The little post to the left of the groove. Oh, there's this tiny little guy. Okay, yeah, this thing. Wow, you can like barely tell if that's there. This guy, cut that off. So that's what I could do. The little post. Okay. So this, yeet. And then you want me to X-Acto that off? Because I think that this would be all right. I'm just gonna go for it, right? Cut right to the edge, or is there a better way to do it? Is there a better way to do that, Leon? Wait, this is the right side, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna send it. I think I'm just gonna go right to the post, or should I go? I don't know if I have to go to 100% to the post. Maybe like half of it. So let's try that. Let's cut to maybe half of it. And I don't even know if you need to be 100% flush with the bottom either. Cool. Okay. Yep. So I didn't cut all of it, but now it should be flat now. It should be flush everywhere. Oh, what's this? Oh, piece of junk in there. Get out. Get out, junk. Okay. Cool. It's hard to sort of. So yeah, another thing to keep in mind, if you're not, like, I'm not going to put the bottom shield in, the bottom RF shield, just that you can see into it. That RF shield has a tiny bit of thickness, so this is never going to be, like, there's still going to be a little bit of, you know, it's not going to be 100%. And when you start screwing things down, it probably will be fine. Like, I doubt that the board is warped. Mine has a little bit of play in it. Like you can see, like that. So either the shell is half-assed or yeah, I don't know. Okay. So now the first bit of reassembly is that heatsink. So this is the part that I know because yeah, I've taken. So let's get some isopropyl and just. I mean, I don't think that these chips get that hot, where they need to have, like, if you're doing a CPU on a computer, you probably want really, like, you want to minimize any kind of dirt. But you know, realistically, there's I don't know. This is really all. I mean, there's a fan, I suppose, that blows over it, but and I think it's this direction, like that. Wait, I need to cut the HDMI port? What do you mean? I do need to cut the HDMI port? I was just telling the people that they didn't. Oh. Okay, yeah, there's just the tiniest bit of plastic that you cannot see really in my camera. I mean, you can see it here. That's a little lip. So you do need to cut. So I lied. Sorry. That is why it's wiggly. Okay, so I'm not going to use, that's enough for your, if you have side cutters, you can use side cutters, but I'm going to get my, do I have my marker here, or is it downstairs? Shoot. Oh, here it is. So I have a little Sharpie. I'm just going to put a little mark on the plastic because it doesn't quite go all the way. Sorry, the minimum focus distance on my camera is not going to cooperate. The HDMI port doesn't go, it's not flush. Like, there's another piece of plastic right here that you guys can't really tell. There is a gap. So you don't want to, you just want to go from, like, I'm just going to put a mark there. And then there, and then I can always make it wider. Okay, good call. I would have put it in without that. Got it. Okay, so now I'm going to use my plastic ones again. What's the best way of, I guess, do one of these things where you, like, take a little nip chunk out of it at a time? I don't know. Not a professional, I just play one on TV. Even that's debatable. Okay. And then maybe I can, like... Ah! I think I just ate that. That's funny. Okay. Well, now I have a little flat file, plastic file. Actually, where the hell is it? Here it is, found it. Okay. Yeah, should be fine. I try not to, in situations like these where we're going to be filing to is kind of flush with this part and I don't want to scratch this. I don't know, just kind of do it like at an angle upward so that there's no risk of you scratching the shell. I know this is probably painful to watch, but you know, it is what it is. Almost there. Oh, actually, maybe Leon's was probably about to say use your side cutters. Oh, that actually might make less of a stress mark on the plastic too. Okay, let's try it with the piece. I think it goes this way. Yeah. Okay, it's not wide enough. And it almost looks like it's both directions not wide enough. So let's just take just some off the side, I guess. Sorry, you guys can't really see what I'm doing down here. Okay, let's try again. Actually. Cool. Make sure no plastic is underneath or in the inside. Cool. The HDMI port actually doesn't extend out of the shell, which is interesting. It kind of sits behind it a little bit. Okay, I think that's fine. Then you'll just have to cut the top. We probably don't even need a Dremel. I'm probably gonna just do what I just did. It doesn't look the greatest. However, if this is ABS, actually I don't know if I don't think this is clear ABS. I was gonna say heat might get rid of those cut marks, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a good way to get rid of the cut scratches. Not flush with the shell. Yep. Cut the lip flush with the back lip. Not flush with the shell. You need to cut the lip flush with the back lip. I think that's what you're talking about. So I think that's it. Now it doesn't wobble anymore. I'm trying to pick it up by the stupid plastic. It does not wobble anymore, which is good. Well, it does a little bit. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't rock. Okay, now I think I could put the heatsink on. And I was kind of fumbling over which direction the heatsink had to go on, but I think it only goes on, well, like the big one is on the big side and the small one is on the small side. It really can't mess it up. As long as you go back the same way, like that. Cool. All right. I think that we can, I'm kind of concerned with these screws cracking the shell, the bottom, but yeah, I don't know. So I guess for posterity, if anybody's going to follow this in the future, these are the only screws that look like this. So another thing, I have an entire set of Wii screws that, shoot, what's his name? Or what's their name? Hold on, let me get a shout out quick, because that was really helpful. Come on. Crazy Gadget. Crazy Gadget sent me these. I have an entire screw kit, but these are the only screws that look like this. So these are like coarse thread, long silver guys. So these are the 4 that go in here, and I know that because these have been sitting here for weeks. So maybe Leon's got some. Just joined a second ago. How far I'm into? I finished Onion. I finished the actual mod itself. I'm working on reassembling it now. So I also have a clear replacement shell, and so you can see that the mod is finished. And now I'm just working on reassembling it, and then testing it. And Leon here in the chat basically said he reassembles the whole thing first before he tests it. So that's what I'm going to do. So gotta just line it up, and I don't think there's like a technique. It's just do one of them here. Maybe I'm gonna check the. I think it's fine. That's this one here. I don't see any cracking or anything yet. So I'm worried because this shell on AliExpress was extremely cheap. I think it was like $13 or something shipped, that's like illegally cheap. Not illegal, but it was very cheap compared to some of the other consoles. You know, Wii doesn't have that much plastic in it either, so that's one thing. But I have a little tiny screwdriver that I need to get the. Well, I can do this one first. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the quality of this shell. So we're going to find that out. What? Are these... Is there a square pad under these little standoff things? I think there is. I don't think it really matters, but yeah. Make sure you tested before assembly. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just kidding. I should. I probably can, as soon as I get the CD drive hooked up, I think I should be able to test. But unfortunately, well, this Wii is soft modded, so it probably might be able to boot without the disc. But normally, if you have an unmodded Wii, you cannot boot. Well, I guess you would probably get video output. So like right now, if I powered it on, would I get video output? I don't know. Should we test it? Just for science? Because this is a question that people might have, right? Should I test it? I'm looking for my dumb little other screwdriver. That is just a little tiny guy. I don't know what I did with it. Gosh. Because I can't, there's not enough room. Oh, here it is. Found it. I just want to get the heatsink on all the way. I guess we should test it, right? Is there a way to direct boot without a Wiimote for GameCube games? You can use, you have to soft mod it. I used to know, but I mean this console this is actually the first console. This is my personal. I bought this when I was in high school, and I soft modded it. You know, not too far into when I had it. Actually, well, it might have been a little while because this is a launch. This is a CPU-01. It's the first gen. And there was a mod because I used to play Brawl Plus, which is a Smash Brothers Brawl mod that uses the Melee, like it's sped up to be kind of like Melee, and so you needed to soft mod your Wii to play that mod, mod of Brawl. And I think there was a mod where you could boot from a GameCube controller because it would boot something like that. I don't really remember. It's been a long time. No, you need the wireless PCB plugged in for boot. Okay, so that wireless PCB is this, right? I don't need to. So this is the Bluetooth controller, I think, the Bluetooth dongle, and then this is the wireless. So yeah, this part I could plug in, right? If I do this, I did not screw these screws in all the way, by the way. These yet. I just wanted to flip it over one more time and just look. Yeah, I mean nothing's cracking. That's fine. I'm just gonna tighten them a little more. Again, the thickness. There's some loss of thickness because of the RF shield, but not a ton. I gotta use my little screwdriver. I think that's it. I don't think these go in anymore. No, I don't think they need that much torque. And then you're just holding on this metal thing. All right, so I want it tight. It's the CPU. Okay, I do want it tight. Okay. No, Brawl Plus was before Project M. I think Brawl Plus merged into that or something. But they were two different. They were two different mods. I don't have a. I think it's tight. I mean, it's tight. It's, I'm not. It's not loose, but I'm not. I'm not tempted to like really crank it down because, yeah. And plus, I know how janky the heatsink is on the Ashita. Not janky, but like. It is a lot less sophisticated than this heatsink. It's literally just heat sinks on top of the chips and then screwed into the resin shell. So this is about as good as that. I could also plug in the little fan connector down here. That way we can at least get some breeze. And actually the next thing that we'll need to do is somewhere around here is this thing. This is like a little fan shroud. So I guess I'm not going to screw it down yet. I'm just going to plop it. I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't short anything. I think this literally was. It does just go here, right? And then this little fan. So let's plug the fan in. And that way we can have some breeze. Let's try to boot it. I think at the very least we should get an image, right? Even if it just yells at us. So I need a power cord. This is a box up here. Wii AC adapter. Not that. Not the orange one. The orange one is for the light bar, I think. This one is for the power. They look similar from the top, I suppose. Lots more to do for the fan shroud. Well, I just wanted to put it there to kind of guide the... Is this a bad idea, Leon? Not this, but, I mean, plugging it in. Find the DVD drive flex cable. Okay, I have all the little bits. So I have this. I've got this. Or I have two. Why do I have two? Oh, I did have two. Maybe this. Some things came. When I did the Ashita, I bought a motherboard, and it had some things attached to it still. So I might have copies of something, like these little wires and things. But yeah, see, I have two of these wires, and I have two of these flex cables. So. But here's the actual drive itself. Now I need I have a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. So little faith in I suppose this is not for my sake. It's like somebody else might have the question: what would happen if I tried this now? Like if I wanted to test it as soon as possible. I think it should work. I mean that's. Up until the Retro Jam, I had no doubt of my abilities, and then when I messed up the Retro Jam a few times, the PS2 one, I kind of lost faith in myself a little bit, but this didn't seem that terribly difficult. So I have this HDMI cable. So let's plug that in here. And then we can go, whoa, way over to the RetroTink. So this is going to be HDMI input directly to the RetroTink for now, just for testing. The RetroTink 4K, I mean. Then we can. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. These are the face buttons, or these are the buttons that power it on, right? I was going to say there's no face, how am I going to power it on, but like they're physical buttons on the front here, right? There's no LEDs. Are there? Oh, there are. Look at that. I don't remember which one's the power button. That one? Okay. Let's switch to the RetroTink here, my screen, and on this. And I need to switch to HDMI input. HDMI input. Press the most left button to turn it on. Okay. Would it be possible to put RV loader onto a normal, not Ashita Wii? Because whenever I do, I cannot get USB loader GX to work. From my understanding, there's some things that get patched when you install RV loader. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that means it's like, I know you can disable, maybe not permanently, but like composite video or something. Like there's some way, I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I would go ask in the BitBuilt Discord. They would give you a correct answer for that. Okay, let's power it on. I'm just curious to see, did I even plug it in? Oh, I did not plug it in. Really? Plug it in first. Plug it in. Oh, we got a red light. That's a good sign. Now we go that. Oh yeah, nice. Heck yeah, look at that. I can't tell colors, but at least there's an image and it doesn't look messed up. Nice. Oh, it looks interlaced though. That's normal, I think, right? I think it might just be, probably depends on what the settings were the last time it was powered on, which has been years at this point. Okay, all right, cool. I'm fine with that. I'm happy enough to continue putting everything together. So that means we can ditch the fan. Well, let me put this aside. I gotta swap all my cameras again. Bench cam. Cool, that's exciting. I need to update. Yeah, I'm probably terribly out of date. Cool, I'm excited. All right, now I can continue putting the everything together. So I'm gonna unplug the fan because I don't know if it's time yet for that. All right, I'm gonna pull up the iFixit guide I was looking at, but feel free to baby step me through this, Leon, so I don't mess up my Wii. I was watching a funny, reading a funny iFixit guide where the person said that they improved Nintendo's design and they like were missing a bunch of screws. Like it was like lighter or something because it had less screws in it and some tape. That's a funny person. That is funny. Okay, DVD ribbon. Okay, wait a minute. DVD ribbon only, blew up. Okay. I'm going to guess that the one that came on the DVD drive is the one that was from my system. So not this end, but this end. Ooh, this one kind of doesn't, it looks sus. Should I use the other one? Blue only. I've got no blue. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is old one. Is it? This must be a newer one. Yeah, this came from the CPU-01. So I don't know. I guess I should use this one. Must have been like that. So that means blue up is black up. Like this. And that is here. Blew up. Okay. Blew up. I think I also have to do the power cable as well, which, judging by the way I left this one, then that means that this side is for the board, and it's going to be this way, like this. And then I think before any other screws go on, this shield goes on next, I think. The bigger, or the middle shield. RF shield next. Run cable through the hole. Oh, okay. Oh, I see, because this will get plugged in. This gets plugged in through the shield. I see. Got it. And then there's this bundle of fun here. Okay, so I'm trying to get this ribbon, but then this is sort of sus too. Okay, I think that's, sorry, it might be hard to see. Okay, cool. Let's turn it sideways. I think now I plug that in, and now actually I don't remember which one is which. Shit. Power cable long. Oh, is this long? I know I just did this 30 seconds ago, but already forgotten. Let me just double check here. Pulling up the iFixit guide in the same spot. Yes, that was correct. Okay, so you have to kind of be careful to not like shove it in there. You might want to use like, wait a minute. Why does this not go in well? Well, that was right. I just didn't want to go in. You might want to use a poker or something to kind of get them in there. Obviously not if it doesn't want to go in though, but okay, there we go. It's sort of hard because it's at an angle, but it needs to go in flush. Okay, cool. Okay. So the DVD drive ribbon. Go plastic, it doesn't matter how you put the cable. Okay, got it. Big, gotcha. Look round, plastic posts need to go through the top shield. Plastic posts need to go through the top shield. What? Plastic post to the right of the SD slot. I don't know why this doesn't seem to be sitting all the way down. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I think what Leon is trying to say is, if you look in here, again, it might not focus, but there are plastic posts that go up through the bottom of the shell. You just want to make sure that you line up all the RF shield with that. That's why it wasn't sitting flat. So I'm just going to go around. I don't know if there was any more. Oh, there is one. No, I don't know. I think it might have just been that one by the SD slot. This looks like it doesn't. Oh, probably would be fine with some screws. Oh, and it was because of the USB port too. So, okay. That was the only one that I noticed really that wasn't sitting flush. Okay, cool. DVD ribbon only. Blew up. Oh, that was old. Whoops. Okay. All right, so we're here. Now I think this is the part where I have to start screwing in screws, or does this black part go in first? Or this assembly? So I never removed this inside part. Does this go on top of all these things? At least down here wise? Like this. Because the screws go on top. Okay. Neat. 7mm screws, lots of them. Okay. The iFixit guide says screw the shield first. Look for the arrows stamped into the shield. So I think I want silver screws. Take that off. Okay. Got it. Okay, I'm going to dump the screw bag. These are not sorted whatsoever. And we already used those these long ones, so I do not need these. So I'm going to take them back out. Come on. Sometimes using a little tweezers is like chopsticks. It's just easier than my fat fingers. Okay. All right, 7mm screws. Let me get. Actually, I have a. That might not be a best way to do it. I have calipers, I suppose. So let me get 7. Let me lock it. Now I got to find all the screws that are that length. Only silver screws, short ones. Okay. Oh, I see them. These guys, 7mm. Okay, that. 10 of them. I think there's 10. So let's see. 1, 2. Actually, that's a different thread. No, it's the same thread. I'm going to put a close-up on the aft before I start screwing them in, because just in case somebody's watching this also in the future, they can look at this. They can actually, because that's one of the things that annoys me with the iFixit guide, is it doesn't actually show the screws. I mean, it shows the tops of them, but it doesn't show like these are what they look like after. So I'm going to do that before I start screwing them in. I think there's 10. And they're coarse thread. I think that's so they can go through the plastic. They're not like machine screws. This part is actually kind of like calming. Organizing stuff. Okay, there's more than 10. I see 11, but maybe there's just more than I needed in here. Oh, there's 5 of these? Uh-oh. Maybe there's another spot for those, or maybe they just sent me a bunch of everything. Okay, so I have more, I think, than I need. Whoa, what is this? That's a cool screw. Huh. Okay. 8 screws. Okay. Hey, Merlin, how you doing? 8 in the perimeter, 2 in the middle of the shell. Okay, is this, I watched in Voltar's video, he said that there's different markings, so my guess is the ones with the arrows. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or do I not put that one in? 9. I count 9 unless, oops, sorry. I guess I'm going to start with the ones in the middle. Just going by the arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know about that. That one's 9. Okay. All right. So, oh wait, you said 10 total, 8 in the perimeter. Okay, so there's a 10th one. Oh yeah, it's here. Okay, so that's correct. Here's what they look like. And like we were saying, they're coarse thread. They're not like machine screws. So that just means that they're like to go into plastic, and they're like rolling around, but they're magnetized to this thing, I guess. About 7 millimeters long, and they go where the arrows are pointing. You know what I'm saying? So like there's arrows on there's different symbols. I guess if you didn't watch the Voltaire's video, I guess I'll explain that quickly. There's different arrows, there are different symbols. This one's arrows, that's an arrow, this is an arrow. But on the side, there are other markings like a square and an X. So that is like a grouping marker of the different screws. Okay. Now I can zoom out, I think. No screws around the GameCube ports. Okay, got it. Gosh, come on. So yeah, just keep in mind if you are replacing your shell too, like I am with this clear plastic shell, there's no threads in any of the holes yet. So just take your time. Don't want to mangle the plastic, but you kind of want to apply downward pressure as you're screwing in, just so that it creates nice clean threads. Okay, so skip these next couple of symbols because they're not arrows. This one is an arrow, so it gets a screw. Skip the next one. Another arrow. The next one's an X. Okay, down here. Oh, you're talking about this GameCube port? These GameCube ports? The controller ports. Okay, got it. So this one here goes in. That's not a GameCube port. Okay, so then I got another arrow down here. And then there's another arrow here by the power connector. That's an X, that's an X, that's an X. These two are X's. This is an X. That doesn't have anything. That's a triangle. That's interesting. And then the arrow is here. But I think that Leon wants me to skip that. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total, but this is the 10th is there. Okay. I have this HDMI mod for about 6 months, and I need to get around to putting it in. Yeah, it's an experience. Thankfully, mine was already apart. My Wii was already apart. But the actual mod is fun. Like if you find enjoyment in doing mods like I do, it is a kind of an aesthetically pleasing mod at the bottom. That's why I like the clear plastic. I got the clear plastic. Okay, I missed one. The GameCube port one. This one that you said not to do. Well, I'm going to do it now. Just to spite you. Just kidding. I would never do that. This one? Is there another one I missed? Oh, I see. That's what you're talking about? So instead of the GameCube port one, this one. Okay, there's a sneaky arrow down here. Got it. Okay. Okay, so I took the one out of the GameCube port. This is now empty. And I moved it down yonder. Got it. Okay. Now I'm gonna guess before Leon says what to do next. I'm gonna guess, and that's gonna make him mad. I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's gonna make him mad, but it's gonna be fun. I think it's the fan shroud time. Fan shroud time, yeah. Ooh, comfortable. Just for the sake of it, these are X's. Every black plastic, every piece that gets screwed in, I think, eventually. So like a fan goes in first, but here, 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 and here are all, what did I say, X's? Grab the fan shroud, yeah! And 3 10mm black screws, okay. Okay, so I think all the black screws, all the coarse threaded ones, which I think that these are all going to be coarse threaded. Oh, are you serious? Dropped it on the ground. But we can check. Yes, these are the 10mm. Just for ha-has again. I'm now going to grab, what, 4 or something, whatever Leon just said. 4 coarse threaded, this is a terrible way to measure these. Coarse threaded 10mm screws. There are other black ones, but they don't look anything similar. They're like these tiny, actually there's 2 other black screws, but they're like tiny, and they look like machine screws. They don't look, oh no, they're coarse threaded. Those are for later, I think. All right, so you said 3 10mm screws. I think that you're gonna want me to put them not where the fan is, right? So that would be here, here, and here, down here. On the top, only screw the hole closer to the DVD drive. The black screw, the back screw, is for later for the Wii antenna. Okay. So I think you mean this one. This one here. Okay, 1. And then 2, I think, over here. I appreciate you doing this, Leon. It makes me feel better. I know that sounds kind of dumb, probably, but yeah, sure some people can relate. Okay, I'm gonna guess that the fan is coming soon. To the right of the USB port. Oh, okay, I missed one down here. So there's one more down here, or the third one. This goes down here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's now, but the fan goes in here. I cleaned mine out a little bit. I mean, it looks fine. It sounds fine. This is a tiny little fan, and it has such a steep pitch. The fan pitch, blade pitch, is very steep. Propeller prop pitch. Fan is next with two more black screws. Got it. And there's only one real way to put it in. Just to line the fan, I mean. Like, you can't really put it in, because if you try to put it in backwards, it will look weird. Plus the cable is on the wrong side. So they really made that the perfect fan for this. Okay. Cool. Oh, I didn't listen for audio, but I don't know if that startup screen has any audio. The warning screen, I mean. However, I guess that means I get the enjoyment. I would have to have the enjoyment of watching my own stream again to see how I took it apart. Okay, so I put the one, these are those 10mm coarse black thread screws. Cool. Okay. Righto. Have you officially announced any future projects? Future projects? Like what I want to work on next? I haven't officially announced anything, however, I still am sponsored by PCB-UWay, and I have a project sitting next to me. I mean, you guys might be, hopefully you're not bored of that. I have a PicoGus 2.0, which if you weren't around for that, PicoGus is a open source ISA sound card for retro computers. And there's two versions. There's a version 1.x version or whatever, and then there's version 2. Version 1 is kind of like it's meant for DIY people. So you can get the PCB and you get a Raspberry Pi Pico dev board and you solder it all together and it'll work. Actually, I have it sitting off the side here. So this is the 1.0 version. The 2.0 version is meant for Ian, the person who developed it, to sell, known as the chip down version, which I learned is, I guess that means like SMD, like it's assembled by a service, not really meant for DIY. And that's the 2.0 version. Now there are some benefits of the 2.0 version, namely the wavetable header here, and a full USB port, which has game controller emulation. So you could plug I think it's X input, so like you can plug an Xbox controller or something into it, and it acts as a controller. So I think that's a huge feature. These two things are huge features for this card that are not on the 1.0 version. I don't think the wavetable is on this, but I'm not sure about that. But as you can see, so really the hard part about this one, and essentially I bought the scope for that. It has the RP2040 Raspberry Pi Pico processor soldered directly to it. So that'll be the first time I'll ever have soldered that. We'll be doing this, assembling this. And that will probably require hot air because you cannot see any of the pins from the sides to solder them. So that's kind of what I want to do this, but it also has a bunch of 04, 02 components, which are no sweat now. I did 1,000 of them. I've done a bunch of those already. So it'll be nice to have more of these, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but there is Sound Blaster support is coming. I don't know why he's not kind of like officially announcing it, unless there's some hardship that he's having actually developing it. But I think that's a huge feature. So this would be an all-in-one kind of deal. Another thing I found out that I guess I should have known because I've watched videos about it before, is it is possible to swap the firmware from the computer itself. So while you're using the computer, you can change it from Gravis Ultrasound, which is what this namesake, the Gus Gravis Ultrasound. So it's supposed to emulate the Gravis Ultrasound, but it can also do AdLib, and eventually it'll be able to do Sound Blaster, and you can swap that out from the computer with a this little command line argument or a little DOS prompt thing. Okay, sorry. not tired. Okay. Oh, I need to enable the audio over DVI in the menu using the GameCube controller. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, fan is next. Other CPU shroud, 2 black screws, 1 silver screw. Okay, other CPU shroud. What does other CPU shroud mean? I have a bunch of miscellaneous parts, so perhaps I should get those out. I don't know what that means. And there's a lot of little silver bits that I'm kind of afraid of. Okay. Plus, there's little parts in the box. I don't think we're really there yet. So I have all these. I don't know what you mean by CPU fan shroud. So there's this bit. So this is one. There's this. This is 2. 2. This little thing has got little fans. 2. This little thing. 3. This long black bit. That's 4. And then 5. Oh wait, do I have 2 of those? Oh, 5 is this other black bit. 5. And then 6 is the thing I just dropped on the ground, which is a little fan, little fan shroud thing or looking thing. So that's 6. Yeah. So I mean, long term, for this entire year, like I said, my goal for this entire year is to build the Micro 8088. That's something I really want to do. There's an interesting chip I got that I'm just waiting for Leon to tell me what the CPU shroud is. So later vintage computers, they started integrating more of the chips on the board into chipsets. That's where chipset comes from. If you've heard of chipset without understanding where it came from, it's because there's all sorts of other random ICs on a old motherboard, and they over time they condense them into chipsets like this. This is a Faraday chipset, FE-01 it's one of these PLL ones, whatever, that goes into a PLL socket. And this is everything. I think this has most of the parts, the extraneous things, to make just the CPU card work. And actually, the seller that I bought this from, I don't think I remember buying this. They sent me an 8088. Well, it's an ADC88 M80C88A-10, which I think is a 10 megahertz 8088 processor. So they sent me that, I think, for free. I don't think I paid for that. So that's cool. And that's what I need, I think, for the project. 1 plus 4 go together to make the shroud. Uh-oh. Okay, so this plus this. How the fuck? Okay. I gotta look at a picture. That would have been way easier just for me to. Oh, I see. So it goes like this. It goes this way up. Let me just rotate. Yeah, and as far as other things, yeah, I don't know. I really have been looking for, and then the silver part goes like this. And then it all goes on the other side of the CPU shroud. I don't think that goes in there. The other side of the CPU, like that. Or maybe it does go in there. Does this little cable go in there? Oh yeah, look at that. It's a little snug little socket for your cable. That's cool. And then you said what, black screws? So I'm assuming it's the silver. It's the same screws. So 2 of those, 2 of the coarse thread screws. 1. Is that 10 millimeter? Yeah, it is. Okay, 2, and then one of these coarse thread silvers. And then on top of that, I have all that stuff from Bonzo. I don't know if I'm going to make another Pocket Color, but I do have the laminated screen for the Pocket Color. So maybe I might migrate my shell on my Pocket Color build to that laminated screen. I don't know why, but just because, yeah. Something to do. It goes in there after you plug the DVD drive in. Oh, okay. Okay, so I have the screws. Actually, I can just look at the board, right? To find out which screws are what. Okay, so X here, and then... Was this a different screw? So I know the black screws go here, because those match the X symbol. But I'm unsure. This is a square in the middle here, which looks like the only other place that you could put a screw. Oh, wait, this is the wrong screw. This is like a... Oh, it's a tri-wing screw. Okay, don't do that. Gotta make sure you look at the right heads. These are all... So far, these have all been Phillips. I should have said. All the ones that go... I've been using are Phillips. The same screw as the 10. Okay. I don't know why they didn't do an arrow there. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, there's another tab as well. Another just be careful. There's another post at the corner there that I almost didn't see. Okay. There we go. Pretty secure. And then a silver guy. Oops, not those. The same kind as before. Go in there. Okay, got it. Oh, that makes sense. Black screws into the black parts of the plastic. Silver screws into the silver parts of the metal. Wow, Nintendo. You really thought a thing. Okay. I think we got to be close to the DVD drive next. Excuse me. Plus, there is the one thing I really want to do soon-ish. Is I want to get all the parts to build both an RGB to HDMI adapter, which is not analog RGB, but it's the RGB that comes out of CGA graphics cards, or old CGA video cards, or EGA also is the same connector. So it's not it's the 9-pin looking connector, not the 15-pin D sub or whatever. So because that will allow me to use, I have that old, the IBM AT, which I really haven't done anything with. I've been gathering some parts, like I need a floppy drive control thing and a IDE controller and stuff, but I want to keep that CGA card in there because that's kind of like, you know, from that time period. But in order to use it, I need this RGB to HDMI adapter thing. So that's something I can build. Then I also want to build the USB for VC, USB for vintage computers. But it's that you can connect USB keyboard and mouse peripherals, and then it kind of converts them to PS2 or serial for vintage computers. So that'll be really killer because then I can have the computer somewhere in my room, and then I can use a wireless keyboard and mouse and use it elsewhere in my room, which is really cool. Hey, Ian, how you doing? I was just talking about you. I got my PicoGus here, and then I was talking about the 2.0 build, which I think might be the next video, next stream. Okay, next part. Other black shroud over the front USB port, or front SD card port. This thing. This guy. Like that. Ian, can you talk at all about the Xilinx just announced end of life for the CPLD in the RGB to HDMI? Better get it while you can. What's the deal with that project? I know there's a few. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just like that. I know there's a few of those. It doesn't seem that. Well, okay. I say this as an armchair electrical engineer. It doesn't seem like it's that complicated to convert that digital RGB to an analog RGB signal. And especially with something like the retro tank, I feel like it's just, isn't it just simpler to build something that just adapts it from the, well, I guess you don't really want to do any, well, oh, okay, that makes, now that I'm saying it out loud, you don't want to do a digital to analog back to digital conversion. You want to just do straight digital. I feel like that's what that project must do. But there's got to be another way. There's got to be a better way to do that. I really wish that Mike Chi would get on board the CGA or the RGB, that train, and just somehow integrate it into the RetroTank. I know that's probably pretty difficult because there's no real port for it, but I don't know. That would be awesome to have USB. Yeah, yeah, even serial too, because I have an older computer, a 486 computer, Merlin, that it uses serial mice, and that sucks too. That's not hard, but like you'd have to have 2 sets of mice and keyboard and thing, or at least mice. So I have I don't know. I've been messing around with Windows 3.1, and it's just been a nightmare. Three black screws. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Both of these wires go through here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to the end of this. All right, we're gonna hustle. Do these both? Okay, so that kind of sits. I think these both go together out of this thing. Right? It doesn't. That's not pinching it or anything. So then wait, 1, 2, 3 black screws. Got it. And then there's also the Pico PSU. There's that project that has a few different variants. So it's kind of like a Pico PSU, which is that ATX power supply adapter thing that goes to like a laptop power supply. But then, actually, it's the same person that developed the USB 4 VC has developed this Pico project. And I think it would be cool. Well, actually, I think the Micro 8088, it has an ATX power supply connector on it. So I think it just uses the Pico PSU directly, because it just plugs right into the ATX connector. But if you have an AT computer, that Pico adapter thing I was talking about kind of converts the Pico ATX to like an AT power supply. And there's one that's just like a standalone board that you can like mash into an AT power supply if it's not working. But that's a little hacky. I mean, it's fine. But you kind of, you're kind of off on your own. Okay, I got 3 black screws in with that. But the other interesting one is like a card that goes on the ISA bus, and it powers the computer through the ISA bus, and it has other wires that go off of it. But it's like it sticks out one of the slots in the back, and it has a power switch there. So it's kind of like a way to bypass completely an ATX or an AT power supply with a switch, and you really don't have to mess around with it. I think that's kind of a clever way of doing that. So I got to look into that project because that seems interesting. All right, I'm looking. Next important, there's a square screw bolt. It pushes into the slot above the battery slot. It's what the battery holder. Oh, okay, it's a nut. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I got this nut. It goes in where the battery. I probably should have cleaned out this. I guess it's not that bad. I mean, it's a little bad, but I can clean it afterwards with some the memory card slots, some IPA. Okay, so the SD card. I'll go back to my thoughts on my. Oh, okay. It goes in this little gap here. So sort of. Oh, God! Ouch! Just hit my head. Slot is in the shroud. You just screwed. Okay, got it. Okay, that's in. Oh, and it kind of. Yeah, it has a little retain, so it goes in there. Sorry I didn't do it on camera, but it has a little retainer clip thing. The 8088 so it's a kind of a DIY project. No, the micro 8088. So here's the case, but it has this clever design where the back plane kind of fits just in here, this spot, and so everything essentially is within here. The Pico PSU connector kind of just screws in the back here. I was thinking about taking this design and blowing it up a little bit, because there's a lot of different motherboards that have this form factor. So this is a 386, and it's really not that much bigger. I mean, this is the end of the motherboard here. So really, in this whole camera shot is the entire motherboard. It's AT style, but it's kind of like, let's say it's like an ITX or like mini ITX or something size. So I think it will fit on my Voron print bed, my printer, 3D printer, if I make a case similar to the Micro 88, but for that. So I was thinking I could build a Micro 386 computer kind of the same way, with the same kind of idea. So, okay. All right, so there's a screw to the right of the Wi-Fi wires. Take it out. You need 3 of the 10 screws next. What? Metal silver shield is next. There's a screw to the right of the Wi-Fi wires. Take it out. This? And then what did you say? Metal silver shield is next, same as the battery. Same as the battery. There's this. There's this. I think you're talking about this or this. I think you're talking about this. Yeah, like that or something. Yeah, it looks like that goes there. I don't know what you're talking about taking wires out though, or screws out. Your other right? My other right over here? Up here? I'm okay, so you said what kind of screws they are? There's a screw to the right of the Wi-Fi wires. Take it out. You need 3 of the 10 screws. What 10 screws? I see squares. Does that mean squares? They're the same as the... oops. Keep hitting things. Is it 2 more of these coarse thread silver screws that we have been using already? Never mind. Oh, okay. Sorry. Got it. Okay, so I think this is a V1. Okay, got it. Different model. Okay, so I think I put these in right. These 2. Okay, just 2 screws. Okay, so I'm screwing this in then. I'm going to guess it's the same because they're squares. So the same as this. Oh, does that mean it's the square? Does that mean that there's something that's on top of it? Maybe? So it's similar to the arrow, but it's got something else on it first. Interesting. Okay. Did I do that the right? I think I did that the right way around. It looks like it fits the right way around. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a stream about the 486 because that's kind of interesting. It has a VLB graphics card and IDE controller in it, so that's just kind of cool to look at. And it's kind of working, and Windows 3.1 is working on it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that soon. Okay, next. Metal over the GameCube ports. This thing. I'm just scrolling up in this iFixit guide. V1 is a bit different, so you need to figure it out. Newer revisions, it's a bit different. Okay. Yeah, I see this this iFixit guide doesn't have this little piece. I don't even see this in this iFixit guide either, this piece. But it looks like it has to go there, right? This is not wide enough to fit here. I don't know where this goes. I hope I didn't need to put this in already. Oh, you know what? This sort of 1000% looks like it goes here. Oops, I don't want to lose my square nut. Gosh darn it. Well, let's see if I can find a different guide. A different written guide. Gotta Google it. Wii disassembly. In the newer ones, it's one big piece. It's two little pieces. Here, you mean? Whoops. Let me see if there's any other pieces in the box. No, I don't see any more metal pieces other than the top shroud. The top fan shroud. Or the RF shield that goes in the top fan shroud is what I meant to say. Okay. Let's think about it. Let's keep finding the thing. I don't have anything else. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I have this little piece. It's not the same size or anything. Nope, that's all I've got. Oh, I've got the disk drive, but no other pieces attached to that. Unless I put it aside somewhere stupid. I have the shields that you're talking about. I have the top shield for the top cover, this part. But I don't really see any other pieces. A little foam thing. Does this give any secrets? No, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, nothing that came from this Wii. All right, I'm looking for a different guide. Oh, here's one that looks old. I lost 2 tiny metal shields that go around the GameCube ports. I did? Maybe they're not in here. I'm just gonna quickly, before you move on, I found a really old looking guide, iFixit guide, and I'm gonna see if that has any more info. I mean, I definitely don't think This, I don't know where this goes yet. I hope I didn't. I don't think it goes under the fan. Yeah, so like here's a different, I believe it's the same model. There's this. And it doesn't have, if I go up, there were no other. Yeah, see, there's nothing here. This is how mine looks. The same kind of ribbon. It's not needed. It's the ground, the bottom shield. Oh, okay, which I don't have anyways. Only V1 had that fan metal. Oh gosh. Okay, so this was supposed to go on the bottom, but only like you were saying to ground the bottom. Well, that goes into the back fan. Well. Oh, so this was to tie the bottom ground. Yeah, I don't know if I don't have that other piece then. Okay, so that literally would not have done anything because there's no bottom shield. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks how it's left over, but it's fine. Yeah, the only piece that I've got left over is this black thing and no metal shielding. All right, I think we can move on to what? The DVD drive? Or the Wi-Fi. Routing the Wi-Fi thing? I'm just looking at the guide off to the side here. That black piece goes into the top shell. Okay. All right, move on. 3 screws around the GameCube port. Okay, really? No, there's two different shapes. One is an arrow, which before. Okay, so that could be. I could have been able to do this before. Possibly. So we'll get one of our. Not the tri-wing screws. Wait a minute, I don't have any more. I don't have any more of those. These are all tri-wing. Or are they black screws? I don't have any more of those silver things, silver screws. Well, that's a lie because I might have more. Hold on a minute. Oh, where did I put that? Really? I had a box of all the screws. Oh, you know what? I have the other motherboard. Maybe it's on the no, it's not. I had that box of screws and I don't know where it is now. That sucks. I figured I would have put it in here with the Ashita parts. But I guess I didn't. That's annoying. Up here maybe? Nope. That's super annoying. 26 years ago today, Final Fantasy Tactics released in North America. Yeah, yep. Old AF. The black piece. That black piece goes into the top. Oh, I did, Vincent. I plugged it in. At least I did the warning screen showed up, so I did test it already. I don't. Other screws to CPU shroud. Snake the Wi-Fi cables. I don't have the screw. I don't know what screws go in here into the GameCube ports. That's where I'm stuck. And then you said this black wire. One plugs in the side. Okay, so both of them. There is a pathway here. Does it go here? Or does it go here? It looks like it goes like that. Okay, I think it goes like this. Like that, sort of. And then you said a black screw. Okay. So let me just, I don't love how this is. Well, anyways. I think this is the way it goes. Do I have 10 millimeter long silver screws? Yeah, but they're tri-wing. Maybe he didn't send enough of them. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I was staring directly at that container. So I have these. I have more. These are from my Wii. So I do have more of these. No, those are tri-wing. These are also tri-wing. Yep, tri-wing. Are these 10 millimeter? No, they look longer than that. I mean, these are a little longer. They're probably 11 millimeters. The shields are right where? Oh! Oh, that is so funny. Okay. All right. Let's before Leon roasts me again or roast me. Oh my God. Really? I need more room in this room. Let's finish securing the Wi-Fi wires. I'll show you what I did with the black one. The black one gets mounted up here. So both of them come out down here. Both of them come out down here. And the black one just kind of follows along. There's some little grooves here, 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 and then over here. I'm not sure if it goes in this notch or not, but I didn't. Actually, I guess it would do this then, huh? I don't know if that was supposed to do that or not. And then it goes to here. I already screwed it in. I guess that's it. Can't really tell. This wire is not very taut here. Okay, so let's look at the other one. Tim Altman, hey Dubenhauer, just wanted to say your sheet of build inspired me to make your own. Yeah, that's one reason I wanted to make that whole series. Tim was, I mean, the information is out there on BitBuilt, but it's just it's all over the place. And the closest thing we had already to a video was Ginger Vaz has a few builds where he'll like full on build, but one of those is like a 10-hour video. So. Okay, more go to the DVD with the wire. What? It runs under that metal bracket, then through the notch. Huh? Under this metal bracket. Through here? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... How am I supposed to do that now? How am I supposed to run it underneath there? Is it just squished down in there? Like that? That doesn't really seem to do... Ew, why is this sticky? Oh, it's like sharp, not sticky. Like that? That's kind of a sucky job. Under the hook part. Okay. It goes under the hook. Okay, it doesn't go in there. Fine. In front of it. It runs under that metal bracket through the notch. The wire doesn't go into the hook. Okay, under the hook part in front of it. So like... Oh, I see. There's more... There's another hook here, right? Is this what you're talking about? That seems very tight though, right? But maybe that's the point. That seems too tight. Okay, sorry, okay, so like this. No, there's no way. It's not gonna reach now. Okay, so that's the wrong thing. It's a bit tight. Okay, that's it, but it's not tight enough. Oh gosh, this is the worst. Okay, so this is correct. And then like this. Like that is so like that. That is so tight. What the hell? Maybe I have to loosen this and move this down a little bit. I mean, I guess if your objective is to have this thing never move again while it's in there, sure. Mission accomplished. Okay. Flippy drive, yeah, they're still working on some testing. Smash TV Network. I got it hooked in the black post. Take it out. Yeah, so this is the wrong one, or here, this is the wrong one. This is not supposed to be in here. So it just gets hooked onto the metal and not onto this part of the shield, and then not, like that. I guess. Looks fine. You have some slack on the right, on the side to the right. I think this is correct, right? Now where the heck does this thing go? So this seems like it also does that. Oh, there's a second little post here, Post Malone. Down here. So this looks like it was already bent like that. So let's put this there. Now where does it go? I don't know. Maybe on the DVD drive? No. You guys are probably screaming at me. No, the post in the first shroud. Oh. This? In front of the orange post. Oh. It doesn't go here. Okay, this is what you're talking about? So this piece. Let me just unscrew it for a second. Okay, so this doesn't, it goes this direction, but not around that. So it goes like this, in that little slot, up to the thing, up and around. Through this hole, then through this other one. Okay, that's like the perfect length. Okay, I think that's it. Now it's a little slack. Oh my god. Okay, I'm over it. I think this is good enough. This part here. I think that's correct, right? You guys control. You can. Yes. Leon's like, this guy's an idiot. Okay, well I'm sorry I don't take Wii's apart in my spare time. Not like your time is spare time, but you know, never mind. Okay, now we gotta do the other one. Let's go! Yes! Oh my god. Oh, okay, the other one is just vertical on the side here. So this does go through this path. And then this, does it go around this, like this? And then somehow, oh, yeah, like that. Okay, got it. We did it. That was significantly easier than the other. I wish I had just done this one first, because then I would have been like, oh, maybe this one doesn't do that. Okay, we did it. Well, that was way easier. That's all you've been doing is taking Wii's apart? I mean, I suppose. Could be a Wii expert. Nintendo used some tape to hold the slack down. Oh, okay. Like here-ish. I'm going to tape it to the front here with some Captain tape or something. I don't think it needs it, but... All right. I think now we can do the DVD drive. Oh, wait, we need those little clips, right, you said? And I'm missing... It seems like I have the wrong screws or different screws. Oh, wait. I might have found... Oh. Oh, no, those are tri-wing. Are you sure none of those are tri-wing screws? Oh, I've got these. Those are too long, though. This is what I was worried about. Excuse me. Oh, God, this is too big of a piece. Okay, good enough. Okay, just to recap. Black wire goes around here, up here, into this little channel here, around the front-ish, whatever, it's fine. And then up in here and over here. Black screw secures it. The gray wire goes out there, around the bend, follows the same kind of path over this thing, and then shoves into this little socket. Okay. The metal shields go on the two outside holes. Okay. There shouldn't be any tri-wings inside the case, only on the outside. Okay, well, also these are two different. Oh, no, they're not. They're the same? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, so... I don't think it goes like that. Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see. God, it's just stuck in there. Let me see if I can tell where they're coming from in the iFixit guide. Oh. No, I cannot tell. Are you sure this didn't go underneath? These didn't need to go underneath, did they? Underneath this shield? Because it really feels like it should have gone underneath there. Underneath these. Oh, God. Cut the flaps off. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think because I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to finishing. And I hate to like... I hate to make it this another stream when I wanted to do something else, but I also kind of want to put this in. Even though it doesn't do anything, it wouldn't do anything. It just still bothers me that it's not in there. And yeah. I got some spare parts now. Well, I don't know. Do I wait for next week? Because I don't know where these screws are either. So these two triangle screws, and then it seems like I'm missing another one of these. Are we sure that these are not different screws, the squares? Because I legit do not have any more of those coarse thread screws. I have this one. Is this 10 millimeter? Or whatever you said, 8 millimeter. Okay, so I did end up, I found one more. Oh, it's 7 millimeter. I did find one more arrow. That goes in the middle for sure. Because that one's a triangle. I'm almost done? Okay. Well, okay, that's fine. I'll take them out, and then on my own, I'm going to disassemble everything. I'm going to put those in. So I'm going to leave them out. I think that's fine, right? These two here. So I put the one screw here, but I don't have these. I think these are different screws on this version because I don't have any more of those. The arrows are the short 7 millimeter screws. Oh yeah, the arrow is short. The triangle screws are the 10 to 11 millimeter long screws. So like black or are they silver? Like this? Or are they more, well, that's tri-wing. Tri-wing. Or this. Oh. No, that's tri-wing too. Or this? These panhead ones? Are you sure it's not these panhead style ones? Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about Crazy Gadget. I don't know. Maybe they sent me the wrong. I don't know if all the screws are the same. I would cut the flat that goes under the shield. I've done that before. Silver. Interesting. I don't know. That's all I've got is this. I don't have any more of those triangle ones. I have... Here's all the long screws I've got. These are all tri-wing, I mean. Tri-wing. 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 Okay, that's all I have for these ones. These will go in the case though, I think. Then I got these two kind of panhead, coarse head screws, but they're Phillips. So it makes me feel like these are them. Those are them. Oh, I have 3 of those actually. 3. Oh, I have another one of those. I have another tri-wing. Then I've just got small. Oh wait. Oh, that's plastic. I have. Then they have these tiny machine screws, and the other ones I have are black tri-wings. Oh, I have 4 of those pan head. Check your original screw holding box. It's in there. Okay. Pan head for the. Okay, got it. For the DVD drive. Okay. These ones maybe. These might be the These are tri-wing. These ones. These are super long. These are like the ones that I put the CPU in with. Actually, these are sort of similar. It might be the same. It might be these. These are tri-wing. I think I might have used those screws, or the ones that look like this, in my Sheeta. I think it might be this. These are super duper long, though. What are these? Ah! So it could be this. But these look long. I don't know. Let's measure them. Well, those are like, oops. Oh, yeah, okay, 11 millimeter. So I did have some. I think these might be the same screws as the CPU screws. So I did have 6. So I had 2 more. So I'm going to guess that that's this. Okay. All right, I'm going to send it. What did you say? 10 to 11 mil? Okay, got it. Okay. They're Phillips head and they're going in. Okay, so just to note, we should have put the little tiny, these things in, these clips needed to go in these spots, so this hole and this hole, but underneath this shield. So that would involve having done that in the beginning, or toward the beginning of the reassembly. So I'll do that offline. Okay, those seem like the right screws. Okay, I think now it's the DVD drive, right? Or, oh, actually, you know what? Do these ground the DVD drive? I don't know if it's required, is it? These probably ground the CPU. Oh, I guess this also grounds it.
Are you almost done?
Yeah, I guess so. Not quite.
It's snowing. It's pretty.
Okay. I would cut the flat head. Okay. Pan header for forward to hold the DVD drive down. It's true for the launch Wii. Only for the launch Wii. Yes, that's right. All future Wiis use a single bracket with screws that go above. Ah. It's for the GameCube ports. What's for the GameCube ports? Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, well. All right. I think it's DVD drive time. So I've got a power connector to connect, and then there's this ribbon cable. Maybe I'll do the power cable first because that looks a little stiffer. So plug in, or whatever this is, data. I don't know. So that goes there. Then this one is this ribbon cable here, ribbon cable FFC. Goes there. Okay. And then like that. Let me just, oh, that little thing, the little This is impossible to show on. Oh, I guess it's not. This little thing gets tucked into that hole. Okay. Might have to adjust my wire here again. Something doesn't feel right. Okay, I'm trying to look at the flex cable. The most difficult job is still waiting me. What does that mean? Playing the Wii, you're gonna say something smart? Maybe it's just because I didn't push them down enough yet. These black little bumpers. Okay, yeah, it probably was that. There's black little bumpers on each of the corners, so okay, there's that. And now the pan head screws go into those bumpers. This is what I mean by the pan. They have this little built-in like washer. Those, I'm assuming they go right on top. Really? Those go onto the bumpers, or through the bumpers, I guess. Have you done the Joe Ostrander consoleized Game Boy project? No, that's the first time I ever heard about another Game Boy original. I'm assuming like the DMG original Game Boy. The only other original consolizer is that I know about is was the Game Box one. Pizza screws. Yes, pizza screws. Leon better tell me what the next hard part is going to be, because otherwise I'm like, huh? I have no idea. Ugh, these screws are annoying to get in there. Oh, God. Okay, got that one. Sorry, I'm working in the front here. Oh, you're saying the hard part is probably putting the rest of the case screws back in? Transplanting all the guts from the front. Oh, yeah, it's annoying. I know what you mean. This part. Okay, so this is definitely gonna be another night, because I gotta go to bed because I got work tomorrow. But let me just show. Does it come with all the replacement stuff? So this is the replacement front thing. So are you saying I need something in here? So I have to gut this stuff and put it into the clear plastic one that comes in the package here. I think that's what you're talking about. Well, there's significantly less stuff in this box now. My Wii box. Cool, I'll have to check it out, Mo. Okay, I'm going to call it tonight. I know everybody's was probably excited for me to finish this and put it back together, but I can't. I'm tired and I got work tomorrow. It doesn't come with the felt. Oh yeah, so you have to like cut the felt out. It looks like it's plastic welded in it too. That does not look fun, right? This. So how the hell? Is that just plastic welded on top? And then how are you supposed to secure it into the new one? Glue or something? And then you're just talking about the routing of the wires? Look at the soldering job. It's like crap. And that was probably hand soldered. I don't think a person or a machine probably did not solder that. Or just put the white bracket with the felt in it. Oh, I see. Yeah, the whole piece comes out. It's just glued. Jesus. Okay, well, that's gonna have to wait. I don't know if I'm even gonna. I probably won't. I probably won't do it now. I mean, I'll do it in my spare time, but next. Well, yeah, next time, because I mean, I still have to put the top shell on it, right? Can I cut the hole? I might do that offline too. So like if I take this shell, and let me zoom out. I take the shell, the top shell, and I put it in place here. You'll have to cut the top part of this. This is what I was talking about earlier, and saying you don't really need to punch a hole through it so much as just like notch it out, which is a little easier than drilling a hole with like a drill block or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave it permanently, Leon. I just for next week's build, like when I finish it, I guess, because I can the front face. Oh, actually, you know what? The front face is kind of annoying, isn't it? Probably. I don't know. I might do that part offline then. So what I'm gonna do? So next Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, we're gonna finish assembling it. But between then and now, I'm going to cut the notch here for the top part so that this will fit when we start screwing the rest of it together. And I guess transplant the guts of this. This looks like a nightmare. So I'm gonna put this. So what we mean by that, I suppose, is with the clear shell comes clear responsibilities. Just kidding. There's a whole front clear part. It does come with a wait a minute. Yeah, so this is the mount for the felt, right? So this felt part. I wonder if you could. Is it easy to buy this? That's got to get taken out and then glued onto this piece. So I'll try to put this together as well. The whole front. If I have any questions, I guess I'll reach out to you. I don't know. Do you guys who do these professionally? Do you do these clear shells that often? Do you have any? Is there any problems I'm going to have other than that felt? Yeah. Tip: try to reuse as many of the parts from the OEM front face as possible. Third-party plastics are trashy. God. So you're saying I should just should I use this front? Should I go back and put the white shell back on? Or should I use this? I really wanted to make this shell look nice, but if it's never going to look good. The felt is adhesive. Oh, okay. Got it. Do I have a link for the measuring tool? I will put it. It's on Amazon. Yeah, I'll try to put an affiliate link on the description of the video for later. Just keep everything in place as you screw it together. That's really the only challenge. Yeah, it's like the little wires and things. I don't know. Now you're making me. Well, I might as well, right? Because I can always, if it sucks, I can always put it back or use this. Although I kind of wish I had a second. Maybe I can look on eBay if I can find another felt one, just in case I wreck this one. I don't know. But all right. Leave the white face for now. Yeah. Okay, got it. I won't transplant this for the next video. So I'll either do that on my own time after the build is complete, because this is essentially going to be, you can't really take this off once the case is together without taking the whole case apart, the top part, I mean. That's what all the little other tiny screws go into this. So it's not like this part comes off very easily. Actually, maybe it does. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Leon, and thank you, Tim, for kind of coaching me. Personally, I removed the felt. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Rather than keeping the white trim. Yeah, oh, I didn't need... Oh, I see. So you just use the white trim part. How does that even come out? Is it just... oh, it looks like it's held... Is it held in place by the wire? It kind of looks like it's held in place by the wire. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do. It seems challenging to gut it, but... All right. Thanks again, Leon and Tim, for helping me. And, yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. See you later, everybody.